Alrighty, I am back, and I am here to do another estimations. I only have 2 new products I am going to try, which is a foundation and a brow pomade. Now, I'm also technically trying a primer because I have not really used this on camera or really used this very much in general, but this is the Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrating Primer, and it is supposedly a moisturizer and primer in one. Now, I'm gonna prime my face real quick. This I have been liking so far. Get my hair out the way. Because y'all know I usually use the e.l.f. primer, but I decided to be a little different. Because my skin's been getting a little more grumpy in the dry department. So, I've kind of been needing, come on here, get out of the way. Kind of been needing a little extra help. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go wet my booty blender, because I forgot to do that. So, I'm back, and I put my hair up with my little handy dandy booty blender. And it's a little tinted purple just from my general being. Believe me, I've tried to get it clean like so many times and it's stained. Alrighty. Now, the foundation I am going to be trying is one I've been wanting to try for a little while, but I just didn't really... Computer, are you done being a hovercraft? It's going to be a hovercraft, don't mind it. But this is the BH Cosmetics Naturally Flawless Liquid Foundation. I got the shade 201 Ivory. Open this puppy up. Now, I grabbed this from my local Ulta, but when it launched originally, it was online. I can get the dang thing. Open. And this is the bottle. It's all frosty. I'm hoping... Woo! Sticker, where are you even going, friend? There we go. And this is 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters, and this was $8. It is general drugstore price. I'm gonna pop my bracelets off, that way I can do things without getting makeup on them. But I'm just going to pump this onto the back of my hand like I usually do, and then pop it on my face, and we will see how it blends. Oh, there we go. It does have a pump. I'm just a dingus. But I'm going to put a bunch of... Get this lovely thing on. I have a little bit on my hand from when I decided to be a dingus and wipe it off, but let's get... It looks like it should be a good color match, thankfully, because I did not grab my whiteout concealer because I wanted to see the color match. We looking okay. Your standard liquid foundation. It's kind of sticky, which reminds me of the Kat Von D foundation. Okay. Does not have a distinct smell. Does not smell like anything. But I'm gonna see how that goes. I don't know how thick this foundation is. I may have put way too much on. So we will see. Okay. She is pale. So am I. So I'm hoping that this will oxidize and I will not look like a ghost. Because that was the thing with the Fenty foundation, where it went on super duper pale, and when it oxidized and I got outside, it looked like my skin tone. Because right now we are very pale. Like, I am very pale, but we pale right now. It looks phenomenal on my skin though. Like, it's like my skin, but paler and smoother. So I'm going to put a little more on just because I don't have enough for my forehead. and kind of put a little more on certain spots, and then that just like melted into my skin. Like, goodbye friend, it is gone. Like, you can see the areas where I actually have the foundation. I'm gonna put a little more. Yeah, don't be like me and just yoink the damn thing off. You will break it. Put a little more here. More there. And on my forehead. Yeah, I was a little concerned this would be super duper thick, just because of how it was when I put it on, but it's nice. I'm gonna kind of put this foundation to the test with the usual routine I do, which is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, as well as the Too Faced Born This Way Concealer. I use those both every time I do my foundation, no matter what. Does not matter which foundation I use. I put a little Shape Tape on my nose, and I put the Born This Way under my eyes and in certain little spots. I have been using the whiteout concealer for the foundations I have that are like too dark. Just like a little too dark, not super super too dark. And it lightens them nicely. So I'm not going to use that because this does appear to be the like correct color, and it's a really really nice color match, which makes me happy. This is a very, I want to say, dewy foundation. It's not matte, definitely. It's really really nice though. It's very radiant, which I do not have or get very often. Like there's one foundation I have that's kind of that way, but this is, I am glowing. And we are good on color match so far. I'll check my change when I go outside, but like I said, I've also got my eye primer. But I am just going to do the rest of my makeup, my face base, which was the Tarte Shape Tape, the Born This Way concealer, and then my eye base, which is the Nyx HD Eyeshadow Base. The last dregs of my Shape Tape. I have a completely brand new one, I'm just being lazy. What better way to send off my Shape Tape? Let's see how it works with this. Okay, it is not separating once I put something else on top of it. Because sometimes if you mix brands, they act funny. I'm going to put the Born This Way in the usual places, which is under my eyes, onto my lids, a little bit, and not super duper duper extra, just a little bit. My usual places. And this doesn't appear to be lighter than my foundation, so that is a good thing. Because if my concealer is like super duper lighter than my foundation, then I worry. But this just seems to be around the same tone, if not a little more yellow. Yeah, I know these are definitely more yellow tone, but I'm covering up, especially around my eyes, the dark circles. Alright, a quick little flip of primer, and then I'm going to set everything, because that is also the true test, is setting. This sets bad because I always set down with powder, no matter foundation, even the Fenty, but I just don't double set the Fenty because it just makes it look super duper powdery and bad. Like, that's already super matte foundation, I don't need to double set it. Okay, my usual setting powder, which is the Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder, and this is the translucent. Take my very colorful fluffy brush And if anyone is wondering, I got these brushes at Forever 21. Like, they're not anything super special. The entire set was like $12, $13, if that. I'm also kind of noticing how it's behaving when I'm doing stuff. Alright, now I'm just gonna brush to my face. We are setting down that this really looks like my skin, and it's tripping me out. It's like my skin, but somebody hit it with Photoshop. Like, this is the trippiest thing ever. I've never had a oops, flying powder everywhere. I've never had a foundation do this, and it's really neat, because this is not a full coverage foundation. I will for sure tell you that. If you were expecting full beat, full glam, full everything, you will not get it with that, because I can still see my dark circles even with the concealer. So this is not a very high coverage foundation, which, since I am not going to go through my entire day, I am not going to bake my nose like I usually do if I were to wear this outward, but okay. Yeah, the only way I can describe this foundation is like somebody photoshopped your skin. Like, and it's not like leaving my skin when I put the brush on. It's not breaking up. It's not patchy. This is really pretty. Like, it's light, but you can tell you have foundation on. So yeah, I think this is now one of my new favorites. I freaking love this foundation. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, well, the rest of my base as well as my eyeballs, because I don't have anything new that I haven't really tried for face stuff. So I'm gonna go finish this, and then we're gonna get on to the other first impression, which is the brows. Alright, now the other product I am gonna be doing the impression on is dun, 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 the Kat Von D 24 Hour Super Brow Pomade, and this is in the shade Roxy Purple. I'm gonna do purple brows. Let me just get this little dude open. I love this packaging so much. Just look at that. Now I've got a little baby angled brush that is already purple at the tip, because this is from the same brush set as the other ones I used earlier, so I figured if I used it for this it wouldn't stain. But open. So purple. This is awesome. Alright, I'm going to dip my brush. Now I don't really use brow pomade. This could be kind of weird. I'm only going to use a little bit at first. I'm only going to use a teeny bit because I don't know how pigmented this stuff is. So I don't want to just pile it on. And as you can see, my brows are just kind of there. I did pluck them a little bit, but let's see what this does. We are purple. We are very purple. Let me just do a little. It's very waxy, which that's a pomade thing. I also have not done my brows with a brush in a little while. I've been using brow pencil. This is really pigmented. You don't need like a ton, but at the same time, I don't think I grabbed enough. But I didn't want to grab a ton, just in case this stuff was hella pigmented. Because I kind of didn't want to mess anything up. Just currently trying to get the general shape. This also may not be the best brush, but my stiffer one that I used to use is just permanently stained black. So I figured this would be better to use because it wouldn't cloud anything. Now this is a lot more cooperative than my other method of getting my brows purple, which was just to use eyeliner. But there we go. It's really easy to work with. I will give it that. The formulation is just weird. But I am not used to pomades. I don't use them on myself. And the kit, or the little brow palette that's in my kit rather, has powders and waxes. So I don't even use brow pomades on my clients. And we have brow. It is very purple. It matches my hair. Do the other brow real quick. And as y'all can see, I really have not like dipped too much into this, so you don't need a ton. It is very pigmented. It is kind of waxy, but like I said, that's just a general brow pomade thing. The consistency is a little weird, but overall I really like this. The only downside I'm finding so far to this is you have to be very precise and very steady. You cannot, especially if you use one of the bright colors, just stick this on willy-nilly and go about your life. You gotta be patient with it. Okay, this one's legit. Here. That's an eyebrow. My only qualm is it's a little crispy. That is my only qualm. My eyebrows are crispy. Now I was also going to get the bleached version of this, but it's only available online because I'm going to redo my Countess cosplay from American Horror Story, and the concealer trick I did only works to cover the existing brow hairs, not really to continue the shape too much, unless I just get this super duper bleachy yellow one. But that kind of doesn't work for me because I'm super duper pale, so it's just straight up not gonna work. Trying to keep the pigmentation even. Those are the pointiest my brows have been in a while. Oh Lord Jesus. I think that is as orderly as I'm gonna get these things. Just do a little super duper close up clean up. There's also the squarest my brows have been. Okay. Just fixing the front. And we are even. Alright. Put my hair back down so y'all can see the comparison. Oh, this is nice. Okay, now putting. We are not bad on the matchy of the foundation. The pomade is making my brows actually stay in place. Okay. Final verdict. I love this foundation. It's amazing. The formula is a little sticky when you put it on, but it's super lightweight. It's a very, very natural looking foundation. I'd say this is about like medium coverage. Like if you build it up, it can be medium. This is definitely not full coverage, but it's very much good for if you want the effect of your skin but better. Kind of like instant Photoshop in a bottle. Really good. It's a phenomenal price. So yeah, their shade range is okay. It's not the best ever, but fact that they matched my pasty ass made me happy. So this I will give 4 sparkly Magnus bands out of 5. As for this lovely little dude, kudos to Kat Von D for making a blue base purple. There's also kind of like a reddish purple that's got the French name for eggplant as the title, but that's like kind of a magenta purple. But yeah, kudos to her for making a blue base purple for the purple, because this matches my hair. And this is such less of a hassle than the other method, which eyeliner kind of works if you want to do this, but it makes a mess. At least the brand I used did. You can also do this with eyeshadow, but only if your eyebrows are like my shade or darker. But this I've seen works on dark brows, so if you want colored brows and you have either like stubborn hair or super dark hair, yeah. I don't know how often I'm going to be using this because I generally don't really do purple brows very often. But that'll definitely come in handy when I'm feeling festive, and definitely for Pride, because I definitely do purple brows for Pride. Eee. But that is it for this little review session, first impressions, what have you. If you like my shenanigans and want to see more of my inconsistent upload schedule, do feel free to hit the subscribe button and bonk the little baby bell, that way you're notified whenever I upload a video. But as usual, all the helpful links in the description below. I love you guys dearly, and I'll see you next time. Bye!